Enhancing Speech and Language in Your Grandchild in Kindergarten to Second Grade by Laura Lee Fant, Megan Knight, Lindy Morgan, and Bethany Yoder. In this presentation, we will help you identify speech and language milestones for ages 5 to 8 or kindergarten to second grade. We will also inform you about what you can do, language activities, and when to see a speech-language pathologist. You want the best for your grandchild, and we want to help you achieve that goal. Speech and language milestones. By age 5, your grandchild should be using the following sounds: P, M, H, N, W, B, K, G, T, D, F, and Y, as in yawn, and all of their vowels. An example sentence that they may say is, "One big dog." By age 6, your grandchild should understand the following concepts. Basic concepts such as big and little, left and right, numbers up to 20, adjectives when describing things, comparative adjectives such as big and bigger. Kindergarten. By age 5, your grandchild should be almost entirely intelligible. In kindergarten, your grandchild should learn to recognize letters and their sounds, understand that print is read from left to right, retell simple stories, start writing alphabetic letters, write stories with readable parts, and try to spell words when writing stories. Now Lindy will talk about the end of kindergarten and first grade.
The end of kindergarten. By the end of kindergarten, your grandchild should be able to understand that spoken words are made up of sounds, recognize some words by sight, identify and write uppercase and lowercase letters, read a few picture books from memory, such as Brown Bear, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and print his or her own name. First grade. By age 6, your grandchild should have the following sounds: T, N, G as in sing, R, L, and S. For example, he or she can say long red sock. In first grade, your grandchild should be able to identify more numbers by sight, begin to sound out new words independently, read and retell stories that are familiar, read aloud easily, sound out when trying to spell, try to use capitalization and punctuation. The end of first grade. By the end of first grade, your grandchild should be able to identify a variety of sight words such as the, they, and, but, and is, understand what is read, create words that rhyme such as mat and sat or set and met, print clearly, begin sentences with capitalized letters, and end sentences with punctuation. Now Megan will talk to you about second grade and what you can do to help your grandchild develop good literacy habits.
In second grade and by age 7 or 8, your grandchild should have the following sounds: CH as in chicken, SH as in shoe, Z as in zebra, J as in jam, V as in van, TH as in this, TH as in thought, and ZH as in treasure. By second grade, your grandchild should also be able to read grade-level stories aloud with good comprehension, and begin and end a conversation appropriately. This slide is just a couple of charts we found online that puts the milestones in the previous slides into perspective. These charts are also outlined in the handout you received. A few examples under the phonological skills chart on the left for this age would be having given the child the word seed and ask them to say it without the D. So the child would say see. Another example would be giving the child the word sled and then asking them to say it without the S, so the answer would be led. The chart on the right is just a chart of the phonemes that should be in and by which age they should be in. What you can do to help your grandchild develop good literacy habits. Encourage your grandchild to read by themselves. Read to them with material that is above their level to encourage vocabulary growth. Talk about what he or she reads. Talk to your grandchild about his or her day, school, homework, etc. Give directions to your grandchild to follow, such as making a sandwich or cookies. Talk about how things are alike and different. Give your grandchild opportunities to write. And now Laura Lee will give some language activities you should do with your grandchild.
These are a few language activities you could do at home with your grandchild if you suspect they are behind or just need extra practice. First, on the left, is teaching beginning sounds. You could match the letters and sounds with pictures that begin with that sound. The letter A, for example, you can take an A and tell them the sound is A as an apple, and then pair it with a picture of an apple. Second, on the left, is teaching to segment and blend words. You can take tiles or blocks and break the words apart into individual sounds using the blocks to ensure the child hears each sound. For example, the word cat, say the word for them, have them repeat the word back to you, and then ask how many sounds they hear in the word. The answer would be 3, so then have them pull down 3 tiles representing the sounds in the words. It is important for you to know when to seek a speech-language pathologist. If by age 5 your grandchild is not intelligible most of the time, if he or she is a very picky eater, such as gagging on certain foods or only eats a few foods from a certain food group, uses repetitive behavior such as repeating the same words or sounds over and over, seems to have no interest in communicating, excessive drooling, and stutters more consistently or for longer than 6 months. These are our references. For additional information, go to asha.org or pbs.org/education. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions, we will be around afterwards.